Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everyone. And so thank you so much for us being two subscribers away from 900 subscribers. Alhamdulillah. I cannot thank you guys enough for this. And my last video got almost 1,000 views, which hasn't happened in a while. And yes, it is just so that I can get some fresh eyes on my content, Muslim and non-Muslim, for the sake of Allah. And so that you guys can see that we're listening to the Quran verses together, we're learning together, and maybe we could just share advice in the comments as well. I know that I'll continue to get critics. The more views I get, the more critics I get. It comes with the territory, and it has been happening a little bit here and there, and it's fine. I know what the internet is about, and I know that I'm going to have to deal with it. So anyways, I hope that you guys have had a wonderful time, and without further ado, yes, this is a Surah, and tomorrow, Sunday, I might be posting another video where I'm reacting to more Islamically related content. Once again, to grow my audience and so that we can help each other out. Especially for those of you who are reverts and so on and so forth, such as myself. Even though I grew up Muslim, you know, some of us were not practicing as much as others. So anyways, you guys, this is a safe space. I'm also an artist, and I also have my own little thing where if you are about to become Muslim, we can talk about it in my class. If you go over for free to my Instagrams, both of them are right here. I love you so much for the sake of Allah. And without further ado, this is Conversation Between Jesus and Allah. Now, you might be thinking this is Surah Maryam, but this is actually verses 109 through 120 of Surah Al-Madiyah. And Al-Madiyah means the table. So the context of the meaning of that verse will be put up here on the screen, since you guys are so nice enough to explain it to me in the comment section. But I thought that I would do it for you guys this time. So Conversation Between Jesus and Allah, Surah Al-Madiyah, verses 109 through 120. Let's go.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. يوم يجمع الله الرسل فيقول ماذا أجبتم قالوا لا علم لنا إنك أنت علام الغيوب. يوم يجمع الله الرسل فيقول ماذا أجبتم قالوا لا علم لنا إنك أنت علام الغيوب. إذ قال الله يا عيسى ابن مريم اذكر نعمتي عليك وعلى والدتك إذ أيدتك بروح القدس تكلم الناس في المهد وكهلا وإذ علمتك الكتاب والحكمة والتوراة والإنجيل وإذ تخلق من الطين كهيئة الطير بإذني فتنفخ فيها فتكون طيرا بإذني وتبرئ الأكمه والأبرص بإذني وإذ تخرج الموتى بإذني وإذ كففت بني إسرائيل عنك إذ جئتهم بالبينات فقال الذين كفروا منهم إن هذا إلا سحر مبين. وإذ أوحيت إلى الحواريين أن آمنوا بي وبرسولي قالوا آمنا واشهد بأننا مسلمون. إذ قال الحواريون يا عيسى ابن مريم هل يستطيع ربك أن ينزل علينا مائدة من السماء قال اتقوا الله إن كنتم مؤمنين. قالوا نريد أن نأكل منها وتطمئن قلوبنا ونعلم أن قد صدقتنا ونكون عليها من الشاهدين. قال عيسى ابن مريم اللهم ربنا أنزل علينا مائدة من السماء تكون لنا عيدا لأولنا وآخرنا وآية منك وارزقنا وأنت خير الرازقين. قال الله إني منزلها عليكم فمن يكفر بعد منكم فإني أعذبه عذابا لا أعذبه أحدا من العالمين. وإذ قال الله يا عيسى ابن مريم أأنت قلت للناس اتخذوني وأمي إلهين من دون الله قال سبحانك ما يكون لي أن أقول ما ليس لي بحق. إن كنت قلته فقد علمته تعلم ما في نفسي ولا أعلم ما في نفسك إنك أنت علام الغيوب. ما قلت لهم إلا ما أمرتني به أن اعبدوا الله ربي وربكم وكنت عليهم شهيدا ما دمت فيهم فلما توفيتني كنت أنت الرقيب عليهم وأنت على كل شيء شهيد. إن تعذبهم فإنهم عبادك إن تعذبهم فإنهم عبادك وإن تغفر لهم فإنك أنت العزيز الحكيم. قال الله هذا يوم ينفع الصادقين صدقهم لهم جنات تجري من تحتها الأنهار خالدين فيها أبدا رضي الله عنهم ورضوا عنه ذلك الفوز العظيم. لله ملك السماوات والأرض وما فيهن وهو على كل شيء قدير.
Do you know what? Just based on the beginning of this title, I do remember that this was something that a lot of Christians have already reacted to, or at least a couple of them have already went viral for reacting to. I do remember a few years ago. And in fact, this particular video is, I believe, about 8 years old. Okay. Again, Allah's words are timeless, which brings me to something else that I don't want to talk about, because people talk about being a modern Muslim, and it's like, no, Allah's words are timeless. Allah's words are timeless. But anyway, we're not talking about that. And what we are talking about is about how emotional this guy got, and this particular reciter. This is probably why they specified the verses. It is because this is probably the original video that a lot of other Christians were reacting to, and why it got some of them so emotional. I'm looking at one of them right now. He might not be a Christian, I don't know, but he had 250,000 views. His name is Malik. You probably have seen him react to this. He might be Muslim. I don't even remember. I'm sorry, guys. But I actually got emotional too, because I forgot about this particular reciter and how emotional he got through the middle of it. But this is actually about the Last Supper. What Christians would call the Last Supper. Because if you remember anything from the Bible, if you read the Bible, if you grew up in the South like I did and have heard of this particular Bible story, then there was the Last Supper, and it was about this entirely different thing. But in this story, the true like preserved story from Allah Almighty, the Godhead, the Father, yeah. And in this context, and the correct story, this is why it is called the table. I just realized it for myself. Obviously, scholars can break it down for me, but this is where I recognized that this is the true story of the so-called Last Supper. This is where the meal was brought down from paradise unto the people. And, was to where, like, Allah would test those who were truly believers, because they asked to be tested. Now, again, you guys can give me the full context here if you want, but I just really wanted to say that really quickly. Yeah, I just wanted to say that. And I'll put it here, too, if you guys can see. And when I restricted the children of Israel from killing you. It's interesting how Israel is killing people right now. And I'm not saying that they were the same people who were trying to kill Jesus and actually crucify him, like Christians believe happened to him, when it actually only appeared as though it did, and Allah saved him, actually. I'm not saying that these are the same exact Israel people that are killing our Muslims in Palestine right now, mothers and children. No. But it is interesting how they are the same people who were trying to kill Jesus. And Paul is the one who made it a whole thing in the Bible that suggests that he is our sacrifice for all of our future sin, which makes no sense at all. But anyway, this is just very fascinating to me as to how, again, the Last Supper got mixed up and misconstrued throughout the Bible. The people rewrote it throughout history. Israel, the children of Israel, at this time at least, even though they weren't actual children, but they were the ones killing and crucifying other people, actually, as it were. You get the point. You guys already know, as most of us are Muslims here, but for those of you who don't know, then here you go. But when you came to them with clear proof, and when we restrained the children of Israel from killing you, when you came to them with clear proofs. I mean, there's just way too much to unpack there. So if you haven't read the Bible, or read what scholars say about this particular verse of the preserved Quran, then do with that what you will. Which, again, for you guys who are new, the Quran means to recite. Like the last recitation of God, you can call it the last revelation. I like to call it that sometimes. Sent by Allah, Allah meaning the only one worthy of worship. So, yeah. That is literally what Allah means. And I just like to reiterate those things, because although small, they are very mighty. So anyways, you guys, I can go on and on and on about this forever and ever and ever. And again, I love you all for the sake of Allah. Thank you so much. We're almost at 900. Alhamdulillah. I will be able to spread the ummah, and maybe I'll have enough of an audience to start giving out free Qurans, because I know a website. And yeah, I'll just do it for you guys if you guys would like a giveaway or something like that. But we have to get to 1,000 so I can monetize my channel, so that I can, again, get the resources to do bigger and better things for you guys for the sake of Allah, and just to grow this channel, because I love you, and I love you being here, and you guys have no idea how much you have inspired me. So again, if Rams must be true, love you. Jazakallah here, and this has been insane. All right, farewell. Comment down below, follow me.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. والشمس